guys, welcome to Yarrney. If you're learning crochet and you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so now as we have some great content and tutorials for beginners. You will absolutely want to activate the bell button as well to get notified of all of our upcoming content. In this video, we will teach you skills and some stitches for absolute crochet beginners. After this video, you will be able to start crochet right away. You will be learning how to hold a crochet hook, how to hold your yarn and apply the right tension, how to do a slip knot, how to do the chain stitch, how to do the single crochet, and also how to weave the yarn in your project at the end. For this tutorial, you will need some yarn, a crochet hook, some scissors to cut your yarn, and a yarn needle. For the yarn needle though, it's fine if you don't have one handy, as it's only used to weave your yarn at the end of a project. So if you don't have one now, it's perfectly fine to still watch and learn. It's pretty easy to understand. Let's get started. The first thing we will teach you today is how to hold a hook. For this demonstration, I will use a metal hook as it's easier to see. I'm currently holding my hook upwards, and you see there is a flat portion in the middle here. If I turn my hook, you see there is a flat portion at the back. Sideways, you can see both portions here. And so there's two ways of holding your hook. The first way is holding your hook like a knife. You will put your thumb on the front flat portion and your index on the back flat portion, and you essentially hold your hook like this, like a knife. The second way is to hold your hook as if you're holding a pencil. So you will still put your thumb on the front flat portion and your index on the back flat portion, just like this. You see how it's like holding a pencil? And so these are the two ways of holding your hook. I would suggest you to experiment both methods and find what's most comfortable for you. For me personally, I do prefer holding it like a knife, like this. The next thing we will learn is how to hold your yarn so that you have proper tension to do your stitches. There are multiple ways of holding your yarn, and so as you go on your crochet journey, you might find a way that's easier for you, and that's perfectly fine. I will simply show you how I hold my yarn as a starting point for you. I like to essentially do a little loop around my small finger like this, and then I will bring the yarn on top of my 4 fingers and bring it over my index like this. Then I will use my thumb and my middle finger to hold onto the yarn, just like this. When I have a hook, I can essentially pull onto the yarn like this. I will just quickly demonstrate one more time. So I bring my yarn around my small finger, bring it over my index, use my thumb and my middle finger to hold onto the yarn, just like this. Now the next, we will learn how to do a slip knot. For the slip knot, you will hold your hand like this, palm facing up. Then you will take the tail end of your yarn, which is this end here, and you will bring it over your hands. Then you will split your index from the other fingers a little bit, and you will bring this tail end of your yarn on top of your working yarn, like this. So your working yarn, by the way, is the portion that's attached to your ball of yarn. And so, just showing it one more time, you bring the tail end on top of the working yarn. You use your thumb to hold onto the tail end. You now take your working yarn and you want to do a loop around your index like this. Now you can use your thumb to hold onto this working yarn and the tail end together like this. So now you see you have 2 loops on your index. Now it's very simple. You take the back loop here and you just bring it forward like this, and this is how you do a slip knot, just like this. And you can essentially pull onto the tail end of your yarn to adjust the size of your slip knot, just like this. So you see it has become a little smaller. Now let's teach you how to do a chain stitch. So once you have a slip knot, you can insert your hook inside the slip knot like this, and you just want to pull onto the tail end of your yarn to adjust the size to fit your hook. Now you will just hold your yarn, so loop around my small finger, bring it over my index, and use my middle finger and my thumb to hold onto the yarn. So essentially, the chain is very easy. You will want to wrap your yarn around your hook like this. This is what we call yarn over. So with your hook, you can pull onto the yarn, and you just want to pull the yarn through the loop that's on your hook here, just like this. That's essentially your first chain. Let's do some more. So again, wrap your yarn around your hook, pull the yarn with your hook through the loop on the hook. So you have 2 chains so far. So yarn over, pull the yarn through the loop, 3 chains. Pretty simple, right? Now, how do we do a single crochet? You see, I have done 3 chains so far. And so in order to work on your single crochet, the stitch will go into the second chain from the hook. What is a chain here? You can see a chain as it is represented by the V formations. So you have V here, 1, 2, 3. So 3 V's. And so 1 V is 1 chain. So you see this first chain here is the one right next to your hook. We will skip this chain because if you insert your hook inside this chain, your whole stitch is going to go loose. And by the way, we never count this loop on the hook as a stitch. So to do our single crochet, we are skipping this first chain here. We will insert our hook into the second chain from the hook. So for the single crochet, you insert your hook inside the second chain from the hook, like this. Then you will yarn over, meaning wrap your yarn around your hook, and you will pull onto the yarn back through the stitch you just went through. Now, can you see how I have 2 loops on my hook? 1, 2. You want to yarn over again. So wrap your yarn around your hook, and you want to pull the yarn through both of these loops here. Just like this, you have your first single crochet. Woo! Let's do it one more time. So in your next stitch, you will insert your hook inside the stitch. Then you will yarn over, pull the yarn back through the stitch you just went through. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, right? You will yarn over and you will pull the yarn through both of the loops, just like this. So this is how you do single crochet. Now lastly, how do we weave the yarn inside our project at the end? To show you this, I've essentially already completed a swatch of single crochets. I will simply cut my yarn like this, and then this is where you will need your yarn needle. So you insert the yarn inside your needle, and in order to weave this yarn here inside your project for it to be invisible, what you want to do is essentially try to hide the yarn, right? If you can see these single crochet, you have little stitches here. So you have, essentially this is a row of single crochet, and you want to hide the yarn inside these little pulls here. So you will simply insert your needle inside each of the stitches, and you can go as far as you want. I usually like to go pretty far so that the stitch doesn't go loose, like this, and you just pull. You don't want to pull on too hard because you don't want the shape of your project to get messed up. You see how this yarn is already hidden here? You can't really see it, right? To be safe, I like to just do a second row of what I've just done. Just like this, inserting it into the next row. Then I will pull onto my needle, pull the yarn through like this, and then I can remove my needle, and I can simply just cut the additional piece that I haven't weaved in. So you can pull onto it, and you see you cannot even see any loose yarn. This is essentially how you weave in your yarn at the end of a project. If you liked what you learned in this video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and make sure to activate the bell button to get notified of all of our upcoming content. So we learned a lot today, and you should be well on your way to continue crochet after this video. As next step, I would recommend you to learn the magic ring, the double crochet, and the treble crochet. These are all very popular crochet stitches, and we have tutorials on all of these on our channel. After learning this, you will be able to do a crochet heart just like this, which is a tutorial we have on our channel. It's super easy for beginners, and you can do it in well under 10 minutes. Thanks for watching. See you next time.